Hi everyone, this is John Corley at Plant-Based Life, here with another quick video out in nature again. The weather's come out for us. It's summer now in Sydney and yeah, it's looking good at the moment. So look, the subject of this video is a follow-up from the one I did my 50th birthday a couple of weeks ago. And it's about the thoughts and the things that you go through your mind around this time. Now, I don't put a lot on age, I don't think about it much, to be honest. But I've found with this particular birthday, 50, it's quite a monumental age actually. Like, you know, I often think, well, back in the old days, humans didn't keep a record of when they were born, so they actually didn't know their birthdays, right? So they wouldn't have known what age they were. They probably didn't even follow the years as we do and things like that, and they had different ways of measuring time, or maybe they didn't even measure time, you know, in certain cultures and places, you know. But yeah, it got me thinking a lot, like, you know, we put a lot on age and we think about it a lot. And this one, even though I have those thoughts about, well, the birthdays really matter, you know, there was a time when we didn't know what they were, but still, it got me into a deep place of contemplation, a deep place of, you know, looking back and thinking about my life, thinking about where it is now, and how grateful I am for a lot of the things I have now. I mean, over the course of my lifetime, I've dealt with a lot of different health conditions and challenges, and I've had accidents and near-death experiences, and a lot of things have happened to me. I've been through a lot, you know, but there's people out there who've been through a lot more, right? But you know, and I do talk about my story in other videos, and you know, I think it's good to share your story, you know. But having said that, this just got me really thinking on a deep level, and I ended up speaking to a lot of people who've passed 50, and they said that they all went through the same thing, because, you know, it's quite a monumental occasion. I mean, I'm 50, you know, my wife is younger than me, a bit younger than me, and my son is 4.5, and so I suppose I'm an older dad, you know, but as the modern world has evolved, dads have got older and older anyway, you know, so, and I do think about that as well, you know, like thinking, well, as my son grows, you know, I don't want to be, you know, really, I don't want to keep myself in good health. And over the last 2 weeks, since my 50th birthday, believe it or not, a few different old injuries that I've had over the years have resurfaced. You know, plantar fasciitis, pain in my feet, but I've managed to get on top of it again. I do a lot of intrinsic foot strengthening muscle exercises when I'm teaching Pilates and things like that, so it seems to have calmed down quite a bit. I've been getting advice from some of the different physios and people where I work at different places who treat these things. And then another one, you know, I've had come back is a little bit of lower back pain and a pain in my sternum. I think I've just been doing too much push-ups, maybe overdid it a little bit, you know. Also reached for something the other day and reached across and hit my chest on something. I was in a bit of a rush, so that could have been a factor as well. Because the inflammation and all the push-ups that they were. But I had an old injury there from last year from an accident I was involved in. So, you know, this has all happened within the 2 weeks of me turning 50, and it's kind of like, okay, people said to me, oh, you know, as you get 50, things that you know, you'll start to, I don't feel older, but it does make you think, you know. And also other aspects of my life I've really analysed a lot, and maybe realised I've got to make my life very, I'm working a lot, you know, so I've got to make it, you know, very much a rigid and safe haven for me and my family, you know. So, because I work long hours, very long hours, you know, to pay mortgage and pay debts and pay business expenses and everything else that we all have to pay, right? And this doesn't leave a lot of time outside of it. You know, when you're running your own business, it's very hard at times, challenging, you know. And I didn't think I'd be working as hard as I am at 50, although I do enjoy what I do. It's a passion as well, which is a great thing, but at the same time, you do too much of one thing and you can turn it from a passion to something you don't like as much, because you change your view of it, you know. I mean, that can happen very easily, you know. So, I mean, I don't only do fitness, I do also do the occasional DJ gig, something I used to do a lot more of in the old days, that I don't do so much of now, because fitness and health and wellness are my #1 thing. And I enjoy helping people really, you know, become a better version of who they are, you know. And yeah, I've really lot of deep thoughts have been going through my mind the last couple of weeks about this birthday, and I'm interested just to get feedback from people out there to see if you guys went through a similar thing when you were 50. You know, because you know, when I'm 51, I can't imagine I'll be thinking much about it. It's just another number. 52. They all are really 50. Any of them, you know, they're all just another year. You know, but for whatever reason, even with me thinking, you know, I had those thoughts in my subconscious mind. Oh, the birthdays really matter. Do they really count for something? You know, as I say, back in the days, people didn't even know when they were born. You know, I've had like distant relatives and uncles and aunts who didn't actually have or found it hard to get copies of their birth certificates, weren't sure of exactly what year they were born, you know, or the names, even the names that was on their birth certificates, you know. But look, at the end of the day, you know, yeah, the question is it important? Well, for some reason, something tells me it must be, because the universe was making me, well, not the universe, but, well, I suppose, yeah, the universe guides everything. We all are an intrinsic part of the universe, and it was just making me have these thoughts, and they're still ongoing. I mean, I haven't processed them all. It's only 2 weeks after my birthday, so I've got a lot of things I'm thinking about, a lot of situations in my life I want to change and improve, you know, and get to that place of harmony in life, really. I know that never really happens. I mean, I've done that video before, you know. Nothing, we have control over nothing, anything external to us we have no control over, and it's very true. You know, all we have control over is the response to these things. But you can make certain decisions in your life and get your work-life balance to a point where you can enjoy the more important things in life, like family time, times with friends, you know, just getting out in nature, doing a bit of travelling, you know, learning about new things, and especially helping others. Very important to help others as often as you can, whenever you can. You know, so it's good to be doing all of that. And sometimes when you're working around the clock trying to build a business, you lose sight of all of that. And it made me think, you know, I've got to get this business to a point where, you know, I've got people working for me. I don't have to be so involved in the day to day, and I can pull back and really focus on family and well-being and health, and getting that really safe haven where we don't have to worry about, you know, if I'm not working, money's still coming in, you know. So very important, you know, looking at life insurance and looking at all that important stuff that you really need to really think about, you know, because yeah, 50, I'm hoping I'm going to be here for another 50, maybe another 100, who knows, you know, but let's wait and see, hey. But you know, look, whatever the universe has mapped out for us, that's what we get at the end of the day, you know. That's what I believe anyway, you know. A lot of things are happening in my life at certain times that made me enforce that belief. And even these thoughts I've been having in the last couple of weeks, I don't think they've come to me by chance. I think it was a time to really think deeply and make some important decisions in life, which I'm still going through. I'm writing out a life plan as we speak, and reassessing a lot of things, because over the last, you know, 10 years or so, there's been a lot of things that have happened outside of my control, like, you know, that I talk about, nothing is under our control, but that have, you know, happened, that have affected our quality of life, and that's just life. It happens to everybody, you know. And I want to try and minimise those as much as possible, though, or at least create that safe haven, you know, so that we can feel secure if things do go wrong. And I give that advice to everybody, you know. It's one thing to be out there working all day, every day, trying to create an income for your family or trying to build a business, but it's a whole other to be doing it in a way that, you know, will give you that safe haven, give you that quality of life, give you that freedom that you need to enjoy that family time and enjoy time with good friends and get that travelling, and not be stressing and thinking about, you know, bills to be paid and money that you owe to certain places or anything like that, you know. To be able to get to that point where that isn't so much of a concern. There'll always be certain things you'll be concerned about, you know. When you've got children, you're always concerned about them. That's going to be an ongoing concern for your entire life, you know. But they're the best thing ever, you know, and they change your life in so many positive ways. But you will always be concerned for them, and that will always be a concern. And you know, you want to make sure they get the best as they grow up, and their welfare is taken care of, and all of that, you know. And your loved ones, your close ones, you want them to feel, you know, that they've got security in what you're doing, and you know, the business you're in or whatever you're doing is providing that security. So that's what my 50th to my 51st year is going to be dedicated to. So I'll come back when I'm 51 and I'll do a link back to this video, and I'll tell you how it all went, how I changed a lot of what was going on, and hopefully everything will improve a great deal. Okay, remember, peace, movement and plants.